Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. If you haven't noticed, this game is good, like really good. So to test the boundaries of my Terraria channel, I made a video on this game. From cutting enemies to ribbons to killing a politician, this game is awesome. So if you don't want to buy this masterpiece of a game, for God knows why, let me take you with me on this adventure. I decided to go with normal mode because I want to actually have fun, I guess. So I clicked play. Oh great, a tutorial. This will go south very quick. Meet our friend, Doctor. This guy is going to be haunting us the entire video. The first thing we learn to do is learn how to move and ninja run, which is basically just video game sprinting, and it can move you through obstacles. Next, I tested some dashing attacks against some test dummies. And the test dummies of course feel our wrath. Okay, those are dummies, but when will we actually kill people? Okay, it's time to feel some blood. You can do light attacks by left clicking and strong attacks by right clicking. This combat feels amazing already. Every time I kill an enemy in this game, I feel a certain tingle feeling in my soul that will never return after I finish this. You can also hold shift to be in blade mode, which will basically make your attacks be very fast and consecutive. The next thing I learned was how to parry. Parrying is basically perfectly timing left click in the movement direction of where the enemy is attacking, and I promise this feature will be the absolute most important thing for every boss we fight. But for some reason I had to spend about half an hour just to learn how to actually parry. After that, it was time to actually get into the story. Meet the president, Obama probably, and the character we'll be controlling, Raiden. Let me play the game. We fight our first enemies in the story mode, and you guys have no idea how alive I feel. I made my way through the hordes of enemies in the place, but then... big giant metal robot. Also, Obama's bodyguards die and Obama gets held hostage by Baldi. But we went from learning how to walk and sprint to fighting a Metal Gear within the first 5 minutes of playtime. This boss shoots out missiles at Mach speed and tries to stomp you. In an average game, this is on the level of a final boss. But this game is cracked and instead it's a tutorial boss. The music is also amazing. In fact, the music for every boss later as well will be amazing. However, I used my blade mode to get it down when I had the chance, and eventually...
Wide open!
This was just the tutorial boss, and it already felt like the final boss. Of course, because I'm just good at this game, I got an S rank. The next thing we do is chase Baldi, but for some reason... the Metal Gear still works. I don't know how to dodge these lasers. We use blade mode to get it down and it starts shooting rockets at us, but I simply just jump over them. And use blade mode to finish him off. I'm gonna break something. We ninja run over this building and I mask for my life and brutally cut this thing in half. Finally it's dead. I get another S rank because, again, I'm simply just that good. We keep chasing after Baldi and we get on the train. After running some more, we find Obama getting held hostage, but we also find the weakest Brazilian male. He's going to die. We interfere, but the weakest Brazilian male stops us.
Mind if I got in?
He's so funny. The bald guy just decides to run away, so we have to fight Jetstream Sam. This fight is so amazing. We of course win. Great, I guess we'll be meeting Obama because we're going to die. Never mind. Oh yeah, that's Boris. Of course the Brazilian ran away because he knew we would have won. Yeah. Boris tries to use a launcher from the 1980s, but the helicopter is simply too fast. I of course get an S rank because again, I'm simply too good. Next chapter. Raiden is back with a new body to feast on enemies. Oh yeah, this guy's named Kev and that person's a woman. Wow, very cool animation. Very nice. By the way, we've got a new health bar now. The blue bar on the bottom is fuel cell energy. If the bar is full, we can basically time stop. Also known as Zandatsu. Please tell me how to pronounce this thing in the comments. Zandatsu allows us to take like G Fuel, Gatorade, whatever that is. I'll just call it G Fuel. It allows us to take G Fuel from the enemy's core, which refills our health bar and our fuel cell, as well as giving us battle points. I'll explain what battle points do later.
Machines full of blood.
They sowed their fate when they took this job. I'm just the Reaper.
Also on site, Mistral.
Who? Also, if you just not want to care about the enemies, you can backstab them, but just make sure to not get noticed. Look at these combos. Yeah, we also have to fight a turret now. I hate this enemy. This I despise. But we get the G Fuel. We keep going through the hordes of enemies, but eventually...
What the dog doing?
Show yourself.
What the dog doing? What the dog doing? What the dog doing?
We encounter the Blade Wolf, also known as the dog. Time to learn how to parry, because if you don't know how to parry, you will for sure get folded like an omelet and drank like another omelet. It also tries to dash at us, throw knives, and when it gets slower, it summons more soldiers, which actually kind of help us, since we can grab G Fuel to restore our health. The dog is dead. But more helicopters chase us as if my day isn't ruined yet. Please stop. Don't mind that. Now we have to find rocket launchers in the area and use them to actually hit the helicopter. And of course I missed that one.
The fitness group.
GG's. A rank, where is the S? I feel like I continue to get worse at this game the more I play it. Great, there are flying enemies now. Oh, I have to find an ID? Nah, I'll just cut the gate open. Guess what we find? More enemies to slaughter. How fun. This is what 80% of the game will look like later on. I eventually walk to a completely new place. Oh no, it's an e-girl. Oh god, I'm scared of women, please. So I walk to a tower, using stealth to steadily kill enemies. Ah yes, very stealthy. But we find these new spider-like enemies called dwarf geckos. And they may seem easy to kill, but we will be seeing so much of these in a soon-to-come boss fight. We make our way through the security without getting noticed at all, and after scanning many doors...
I was wondering when you'd come, Jack the Ripper.
God, please help me, I'm going to die. This is Mistral. The fight is very parry heavy, like basically every other fight. She summons the dwarf geckos that we saw earlier, and she summons a lot of them. So much to the point that it's harder to kill them than the actual boss itself.
I finally found what...
Mistral, report! Your vitals are dropping.
I lost Jetem. The two encore.
Alright, I cleansed the world of the E-girl. Of course, she will never come back. Hopefully. But this guy gets mad, so he just self-destructs himself. While this man is killing himself, I'll use this opportunity to force you guys to join my Discord server. It hit 1,000 members, but I want to get even more people in here, and we do a lot of fun stuff. So please join. A C rank. Nice. Great. I hate myself. But now we can actually customize Raiden's body using battle points. I just customized the actual body, which is what I thought was the only thing I could do. And I'll only realize later on that I can actually upgrade my health. Next chapter. We start in Mexico, I think. And yo, what is that fit? I want that for myself. But remember the dog that we fought? Well, turns out it got programmed to help us. This is awesome. We get out of the car looking all dripped up. Wow, these people are jealous of our amazing pure fit. So we just go into the sewage system.
Adios, amigos.
Oh my god, stop talking!
What the dog doing?
Sir, yes, sir.
Is that a gorilla? This is going to be one of the most annoying enemies in the game. I don't get why it has to non-stop grab you every 7 seconds. I stealthily make my way through the sewer. Yes, stealthily. So what do we end up finding? A child. Yup. So we save it. But we have to fight, guess what? More robots. This time they're ganging on me.
Duck this one!
Guyanese from Guyana. You speak English?
Then they proceeded to have an entire conversation. To summarize it up, basically people are stealing kids so they can cut their organs. For what reason, I have no idea.
Something just snapped. Something inside of me.
I tried going more stealthy for the enemies, but so I tried fighting them all at once instead. Wow, I wonder why that didn't work out. But at one point I managed to make it out alive. But we get instantly greeted by another new enemy. This thing called the Photom Jerka. I think that's what it's called. It just tries to spin around and use a flamethrower on you. We kill many of them and grab that juicy G-Fuel. And by many of them, I mean a lot. I don't know why we needed to kill so much of them. But eventually, I managed to find the door.
Ah, this would appear to be the UG maintenance area. But first, you need to take a dump.
Wait, what?
On to the next room.
Raiden.
I thought you said stealth ops were your specialty.
I am out for blood. I do not care. I grabbed even more G-Fuel and... What am I looking at? Yeah, now we actually get to play as the spider. And I can electrocute them. After electrocuting a bunch of them, I went to this window and... A D rank? What? We plug a cable in and we get a cutscene. It's the Baldy. Wait, that's him in all of his glory. The reason I started playing this game. We hack and slash through many more enemies, but we come across a new enemy called the Grad. We need to push it back from blocking us, and we do just that. But then it enters a state of biped mode, which is when it starts actually attacking us more. But we take it on just... We take it on just fine.
Crush his skull, thank you.
We turn more enemies into dust, but we somehow find the locked up kids. And George gets held hostage. Oh no, what will we ever do? Okay, George is dead, but at least we progressed the story. Do I care? Nope. Before we get into the next chapter... This will be the body I use forever now. I do not care if it has bad stats, I want my drip. Next chapter. Oh, never mind, George is somehow alive. Our car is done. I am mad, so I absolutely just melt these enemies. They aren't much different from the other ones. The only thing different about this is that we're actually breaking the law since we're killing officers. But I don't care as I want to just feel their blood on my hands. We go through, you guessed it, more enemies. I love my life. Then we go into this hotel thing.
Do you really have to do this?
More enemies. An S rank, great. We go up to a crane and
Raiden, respond. Raiden!
you go up to a crane and move to the next building, where we fight. I'm not even gonna try anymore. But we find a new enemy called Cyborg Mistral, and we cut all of his limbs off one by one. Also,
Helicopter, helicopter!
the third time, just use a rocket launcher. We go down the elevator, and now we apparently have the highest degree of blindness. Alright, the gorillas are dead. Oh wait, there's more. Never mind. More walking ensues, and eventually...
Isn't this all a bit much? But you're a man on a mission, aren't you? All those cyborgs you've killed up to now, maybe they weren't kids, but they were people. You ever think about them?
No. Then Raiden becomes depressed, I guess. I don't know. The soldiers take this chance to bully me while I'm having my mental breakdown. Oh, that's Sam.
How pleased you are to chop away, Jack the Ripper. My name is Monsoon, of the Winds of Destruction.
Team!
Then this guy just decides to go on a full 2-minute rant about memes as I am having a mental crisis. Dog.
Doctor, turn off my pain inhibitors.
Doctor, the One Piece is real. Raiden, what the f are you on about?
This is Monsoon. He throws smoke in your eye as if you were not blind earlier, he throws buildings at you, and he can turn himself into gelatin.
It should be.
No more memes because we are done with this horrible fight. Now we enter the actual headquarters of all of those soldiers and bosses that we have been fighting this entire time.
You killed Monsoon. I'm impressed.
I'm going to kill you. In the headquarters, I killed a woman, grabbed some G Fuel, grabbed more G Fuel. Oh yeah, we also have a new mode after Monsoon called Ripper mode, which gives us drugs. I also killed a dog, used a turret, got based, died, went through all 5 stages of grief, grabbed more G Fuel to help me cope, temple run, more cyborg genocide, died again, actually upgraded my health and weapons and such, entered what looks like to be Japan, and killed some gorillas.
Something just snapped. Something inside of me.
Then I went on an elevator to possibly heaven and I got jumped. It's an elevator to heaven for these soldiers because they got absolutely destroyed. I don't know why we needed to fight so many of them, but it's a good therapeutic strategy. And great, the elevator's on fire now. Still slashing enemies even though we possibly might be in the middle of hell right now, but I pull a sick parkour move and jump on the other one. Does that stop the gorillas from coming? Nope. Another S rank because I'm just that good. We enter the next room, but
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh no, the E-girl's back and we need to kill her as soon as possible. So we do just that. But of course it isn't over yet, as the guy who was constantly shouting about memes less than 2 minutes ago also comes back. But this boss isn't safe from me, and neither is my keyboard and mouse because I'm mashing W and left click as we speak so I can parry. So you know what, we just pull out the rocket launcher on him and he disintegrates.
Effective program.
get ready to fight Caped Baldy.
Kids are cruel.
True.
You didn't have to cut me off. All the guys in charge are long gone.
It's time.
Like I said, kids are cruel, Jack.
That's still true.
And I'm very in touch with my inner child.
So we end up fighting Sundowner. This boss has a shield and you have to cut off the shields with blade mode. Then it can get to the second phase. It also always summons helicopters to annoy us. Just let me fight the boss.
Attaboy, Jack.
Got yourself shaving?
Knew this would happen, didn't ya? Up to you now, Sam.
You play too much. Next chapter.
Helicopter, helicopter.
Never mind. Another victory royale. I am so sorry for saying that. In this chapter, we are greeted by some more enemies, yeah. But the new weapon that I got from Target is very slow, so we go back to the old one. We run, trying to escape from this horrible city, and we grab a motorcycle. Where am I going? I don't know. Next chapter already. Very nice. Look how saucy we look in this motorcycle.
What the dog doing?
Did he kidnap our dog?
Fancy meeting you here.
And it ends here.
Okay. Let's dance.
Jetstream Sam. This fight is possibly the best fight in video game history. A dance battle, I mean a sword fight. Sam can dodge your attacks and he only attacks with his sword. Well, unless you manage to take his sword off him, then he starts using his fists. Even without his sword, he can fold you.
You deny your weapon its purpose.
What the dog?
Next chapter, and possibly the final chapter. We start in a military base and we kill more people. With the saying of just I killed some people and I killed more people, that's getting a bit boring, isn't it? So I'll just say I made my way through the military base without dying a single time. But we found our dog having an aneurysm on the rubble. Who could have ever done this? Well, now we've gotten that question answered.
Well, if it isn't Saucy Jack.
Then to summarize it up, he just decided to go on a speech or something about America and how cancel culture should not be a thing. I do not know. Big Giant Metal Robot, the sequel. This boss smacks you, slaps you around, and harasses you.
Let's go.
We finally get to actually fight him. Wait, never mind. Because in this fight, you can get Armstrong to 96% health.
Oh my god! Nice, nice.
Typical politician.
I was wrong. You're not greedy.
Now we get to fight him, I think.
Why won't you die? Nanomachines suck.
Where am I? Am I in a new game? Huh?
What the dog doing?
Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself.
I said my sword was a tool of justice. But now I'm not so sure. And besides, this isn't my sword.
This is Senator Armstrong. Alright, no jokes here, we get to fight him. This fight is an experience to say the least. Armstrong will try to punch you. A lot. Also, he can somehow summon fire from possibly the lowest depths of the underground. And, well, that's all I have to say. Enjoy this fight for your own sake.
Well done, Jack. Your dream dies with you. Oh, maybe not. You've guaranteed the status quo will go on. For a while longer, at least. War will continue as an institution, as an industry. Men will fight for reasons they don't understand. Causes they don't believe in. But at least I'll leave a worthy successor. You, Jack. You carve your own path. Use whatever methods you see fit. Deep inside, we're kindred spirits. You and I.
End cutscene that I don't care about. Let's go. Alright, so that's it. Yeah. The video is done, but don't leave yet. If you're watching this video, you're probably new to my channel because I always post videos on a game called Terraria. However, this time, I tried a new game, and playing Metal Gear Rising, it just made me realize that there are a lot of more fun games to play out there instead of sticking to one game. I'll probably keep on making Terraria content if this video does bad in the algorithm, which it probably will, but I'm hoping it doesn't do bad, so I know I can actually move on to variety content. Terraria has been, well, boring to me, to say the least, so I really want to move to other games, so liking, commenting, and subscribing would be very appreciated, so you guys can help me get to 100k subs. Thanks for watching, and see ya.